Hello everybody, and this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you some more Bronze to Masters League of Protoss. So today I'm going to be doing all these from replays. I've been getting several comments that people don't like the random background noises, that I need more minerals or to build pylons and such and such. So I'm going to be from now on doing these via replay. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my camera and just let it kind of go. So today I'm going to be doing, I believe, 3 games. I might do a few more later today and then recast them. But anyways, so we start out with PvP. I actually had a game before this, but the guy decided he didn't want to play, so he just left the game. So yeah, you know, for the last 4 or 5 games, haven't been doing too hot. I think I was 7 wins, 4 losses as of this point, so hoping to improve that. As you'll hopefully get to see kind of how the new metagame is turned into with Heart of the Swarm. I've been playing a lot of unranked matches, trying to get a feel for SkyToss and kind of its strength. And basically, when it all boils down to it, a lot of strategies nowadays kind of revolve around SkyToss and its mobility, whether it be with the Oracle or Phoenixes to deal with drops, since drops are now crazy versus Terran and so on and so forth. So PvP, I think if I remember right, it came in as a random, so I was scouting trying to figure out what the heck I was fighting up against, and I had some micro issues. But yeah, PvP, it all, you know, it's still very similar to the way Wings of Liberty was, with kind of the first person to try to expand is definitely at a significant disadvantage if the other person is going for a more aggressive build. So I've kind of tended to, for PvP, I've tended to play a little bit more aggressive, just because I know I struggle personally with the late game PvP because I tend to get too many probes. As I believe was seen in one of the previous games. So yeah, so I go in, I scout kind of the standard, you know, opening. I noticed that I actually get my cybernetics core up just a little bit before his. So you know, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So one thing that I've been watching some pro players do PvP is, well, I don't know necessarily PvP, but for pretty much any of the matchups, doing kind of a little early pressure is actually super viable with the mothership core now. So because obviously you can go over there, and if you kind of see, oh hey, I'm not going to be able to do anything, if he sees that you're doing something and tries to pressure it, you can just mass recall or whatever, and you know, kind of get out of there, and you know, no harm, no foul. You lose some energy, but it's not the end of the world. So let's see. Yeah, as far as this game went, so generally for early pressure, you go with a single zealot, a single stalker, and a mothership core. Mothership core is mainly provided just to get the vision of the higher ramp, because obviously when you're on the low ground and dealing with a sentry, it's kind of a pain. So if you get your mothership core fairly early, you can kind of walk in and get to see if, you know, if they have units, because if they don't, obviously you can pressure that all day and have no big deal. And then behind it, I choose to play with some Void Rays because I find that Void Rays, Oracles are good for killing probes, and in fights they can also be really good, but they're a little bit more, I don't know, I guess they're about the same micro-intensive, because you still have to use the psionic or prismatic alignment ability. So I choose to poke in here and just, you know, with me only seeing a sentry and a zealot, I'm just like, well, let's do some damage to the cybernetics core and see if we can kill it. Since I've got ranged units, I can pretty much take out the zealot no problem, and then um, he chooses to I believe okay, so we get our we get our research up. Try not to lose our mothership core because we definitely don't want to lose that high vision. And I get really close, but I managed to get it just far enough away so I can see, but not like you know, not get hit by anything. So I get my warp gates going, and I start my void rays, and obviously he's not too happy that I just took out his cybernetics score. No big deal. So this build is obviously super deadly if they don't build any early units, because obviously you can just sit here and, you know, have no big deal. So I choose to do that. I lose my mothership core, which I'm not too happy about, but I'm in a pretty decent position. I know his stalker's got less health than me. He can't build any stalkers at this point, so all he can build is zealots, and I'm pretty comfortable with my micro enough that I can kite it. So I'm just sitting here trying to take out the pylon, and then I choose to expand behind it just in case he were to hold it off. And then once the void ray gets there, it's more or less over. And this guy is clearly not very happy about this. So putting on some early pressure, especially in the earlier leagues and obviously even in Platinum, can actually be very advantageous because, you know, if they choose not to build any units, they're in serious trouble. Obviously, he was really worried. It looked like he was going for DTs. I obviously didn't scout the Dark Shrine because I was too busy taking out his structures, but he was obviously worried about oracles, so he built a forge. And here, let's go ahead and take a look at everybody. Doesn't look like he had quite gotten to where he could put cannons, but anyways, so yeah. So let me know what you think about this this type of pressure. And I mean, it's clearly not an all-in, because, you know, you can expand behind it, and if you run into problems over here, you can do a recall, and it's really no big deal. But yeah, let me know what you think about the strategy, this type of strategy, in the comments. If you like the video and, you know, want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe. So yeah, and then we'll get into the next game here in a bit. So I'll see you in the next game.